A lot of y'all won't get in the gym and lose weight because you so scared of losing that big sloppy butt that you'll keep it just so that you can have it because you feel like that's the best thing that you got to offer. It don't mean that they still ain't telling their homeboys how disgusting they think you look with your clothes off.
Damn!
Ain't no war on black women's weight. If you want to see a war on somebody's weight, go over to some of these other races and see how strict their men are when it comes to weight. A lot of these other communities, the women know to keep their bodies under control and keep their weight under control because they men don't play. Black men have given grace for a long time when it comes to addressing black women's weight. They just now really coming out and talking about how dissatisfied they are with the weight of the women in the community.
Okay, a couple of things here. I 100% agree with her. Black men are the most body positive of all men. Let's just keep it a buck. Black men, more than any other race of men, are the men that I see loving, even bragging about their plus size women. Like, I know countless black men who will sit up here and they will brag about their girlfriends, their wives, the woman that they're dating and in love with, and she'll be plus size. And they won't even be mad about it. They will look at her like a queen, a blessing from God, their rib, whatever. Now you're starting to see more black men push back, and I think the only reason they're starting to clap back is because the dating standards have gotten so ridiculous and there's been such ridiculous demands put on men, period, that now men are starting to speak up, especially now with social media and these platforms giving average everyday people a voice. But just culturally speaking, being a fat black woman has never really gotten in way of women finding love. It hasn't. Now, being a fat black woman can become a problem if you're trying to date hypergamously or level up. That's when you can run into issues, and that's where I think a lot of these colorism crybabies are coming from. I think a lot of these colorism crybabies are big mad because they're trying to go into other races and think they're going to have the same pool in white community, Asian community as a plus size black woman that they will have in the black community, and that doesn't work. But outside of that, plus size black women, they can and they will find love in the black community if they want to. Now the question is whether or not it's the kind of man that you want or it's the kind of status that you want. That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, let's continue.
2025, and a lot of y'all are still stupid enough to think that a man having sex with you means something, that it means that you're desirable, that it means that you're attractive. And because a lot of y'all are so male-centered, even though you lie and say you not, you hold on the extra weight just to keep that butt that you think that you got, right? A lot of y'all have been past thick, right? Nothing about you is thick. But you got a bunch of low vibrational pookies who be lying and telling you what you want to hear all for the sake of having sex with you. And because you're stupid and you believe that a man wanting to have sex with you means that you're desirable and that he actually wants you, because you still haven't figured out in 2025 that there's no correlation between a man having sex with you and a man actually wanting you. You would think you dum-dums would know that by now, but I done seen several of y'all make videos and y'all sitting there talking about, well, they can't care about my weight too much because I still get ends, I still get dudes.
She's hitting on something because I've also said for a long time, I think the reason there's a lot of pushback in the black community anytime it has to do with a black woman's weight, I think a big reason is because there's so many plus size black women who get play in the black community. There are countless black women. Look, there are probably plus size black women listening to this video right now who can think of time after time after time where men have given you attention. Handsome black men have given you attention. And so I think because plus size black women, they do have pull in the black community, it does happen, they do have play, then like she said, I think there's less of this tension or less of a societal pressure to try to be skinny. Whereas in some of these other cultures, it just simply does not fly. Like they will shame you here until tomorrow. Your moms will shame you, your dads will shame you. There's like a cultural shame associated with you being considered too big. I don't think that really exists to the same level in the black community that it does in other communities.
You still smashing and ain't complaining. No, they not complaining because you still giving it up, stupid, right? But it don't mean that they don't like your body. It don't mean that they still ain't telling their homeboys how disgusting they think you look with your clothes off.
See, that's real too. I do think that women make the mistake that just because a guy will have sex with you, that he's interested. Like sexual access and marital access are completely different things. Now, they may not claim you, right? They may not claim you in public. You know, they're only going to claim in public the girls who fit their criteria or fit their vision or whatever. But there are guys out there who will literally sleep with anything that walks, or they will sleep with any lady as long as she's a female, a biological female, and as long as she's interested. Having sex with a guy is no indication of how interested he is in you as far as like long-term relationship, marriage, all of that.
None of that is still not happening just because they sleep with you. The fact of the matter is, a lot of y'all can't get to the next step with these men in relationships because they don't like your body. All right, you might be cool, you might be having sex with him, but at the end of the day, he don't picture himself being with nobody who physically look like you. That's why a lot of y'all ain't getting no dates. That's the reason why you only get you up late text messages. Like, they don't want to be seen with you in public. They don't want to be associated with you. They don't want people knowing that they mess with somebody who looks like you.
She's very blunt with it, but it's true because fat women do not have status in this society. And I hate to break it to you, but if you are a woman who's trying to level up hypergamy in this current system, in this current society, fat women do not have status. Like, that's what she's alluding to. It may not actively say it, but they're going to show by their actions that's how they believe. And especially if you're a man who's trying to get in a position where you're going to have a lot of access, you're going to have people looking at you, you're going to have public image. Those dudes want to have women on their side who are fit a part of the image, fit a part of the societal expectations, fit that high status. And fat women don't have that high status in this current Western patriarchal system that many ladies say that they feel oppressed by. I mean, that's what the whole body positive movement was about. Body positive was about trying to push against those systems, but those systems are still very much intact, and the social norms associated with that system are still intact. So that's what she's referring to.
And that's just a harsh reality for a lot of y'all to accept. So you have to lie to yourself and tell yourself that these men actually like you just because they willing to smash you. Because you're done. Because ain't no way in 2025 you still believe that. But y'all definitely still believe that men sleeping with y'all actually means something. And again, the men are at fault for this. A lot of the men have lied to y'all, told y'all that y'all was thick when you've been past thick. Nothing about you is thick. Everything about you is thick, right? Arms, stomach, legs. But I said in another video, a lot of y'all won't get in the gym and lose weight because you so scared of losing that big sloppy butt that you'll keep it just so that you can have it because you feel like that's the best thing that you got to offer. You don't feel like your face really hitting on nothing, and the only time you really get compliments or men really say anything to you is when it's about your body. So God forbid you lose the one thing that's desirable to men when you're so male-centered, and the only thing you care about is your desirability when it comes to men. So a lot of y'all will skip out losing weight just so you can keep that big, wide, sloppy mess in the back of you that you call a fat A, right? Just so that you can stay desirable to men who only want to sleep with you and don't see nothing else with you in the future.
Well, what's interesting is like proportionality is real. So if you have a round, big behind at 3X, it's going to be ginormous. It's going to be all kind of different stuff. But I'm saying, like, if your behind with respect to your waist is big, just because you get a little smaller, there's still going to be that disparity. I will say this, like, anytime a Black woman goes on a diet in the Black community, likely there's going to be somebody that she knows that comes alongside her and says, girl, don't get too skinny. Don't lose too much weight. Don't lose that. Like, there's going to be somebody that she knows that tries to caution her against getting too skinny. I can say this personally from my own experience. I know other Black women who have gone for the same thing. That's real, but at the end of the day, to me, it's so much more important to have a healthy heart than to keep weight on that's putting your heart at risk just so that you can have a big butt. You can still have nice shape behind with respect to your waist, with respect to your size. At a leaner size, it's going to be overall good for your health. Anyways, y'all, that's what I have. What do y'all think? Do you agree or do you disagree? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you so much for listening if you've gotten this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.